Hello, everyone. Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga. Today, we're going to do some general movements for our entire body today. The only things you're going to need for class are your yoga mat and a chair. So I do recommend that you use a chair that does not have arms because we're going to be doing some fun stuff sitting sideways in the chair. But once you have those two pieces of equipment, have yourself a seat in your chair so that the chair, all four legs of your chair are on your yoga mat. That just provides you that little bit extra stability when we do put weight on our chair with our arms. And then once you have yourself there in your chair, go ahead and place yourself so half of your leg bone is on the chair and half of your leg bone is off the chair. Place your feet on the yoga mat, approximately hip distance apart. That's 2 fists width between your knees, and then bring that straight down from there. Gently place your hands on the middle point of your thighs and just relax your shoulders for a second. Now, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze straight forward. And let's go through 3 nice and easy cat-cows. So take an inhale, roll the belly forward, lift the tailbone, lift that rib cage up, lengthen through that neck and gaze all the way towards the ceiling. Can you give your shoulder blades a squeeze? Then as you exhale, pull the tailbone under, pull that abdomen up and under, tuck that rib cage under, curl that chin into the chest, lengthen the back of the neck, gaze into the belly button. 2 more times for me here. Inhaling, rolling the pelvis, sticking the belly out, lifting the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, lengthen the neck, looking up. Exhaling, rolling the pelvis back, abdomen, tuck that in, curl that rib cage under, lengthen the back of the neck, chin to chest, gaze straight down into your belly button. And one more time, inhaling, rolling forward, lengthening, waking up that spine in the front of your body. And exhaling and curling under, really get that chin to that chest, gaze down into your belly button. Beautiful. Slowly bring yourself back up into a seated position. Now we're going to do a little bit of opening through our feet and our toes before we get up and standing and start doing some work. So take your right foot on top of your left thigh. Once you have your leg there, go ahead and hold your right ankle with your right ankle with your right hand, and take your left hand, index finger first, and place it between the big toe and the second toe. Then continue to interlace all of the fingers between all of the toes, kind of like if you were interlacing your hands together. Once you got all those fingers in there, what I want you to do is I want you to give those toes and the bones of your forefoot a nice good stretch and spread. So with your hand, just squeeze nice and tightly. Once you've squeezed nice and tightly, allow yourself to sit up nice and tall. Slide that hand all the way towards the right knee. Take a deep inhale in, and then as you exhale, gently push the knee down as you squeeze through those toes. So figure 4 pose while we're stretching out those toes. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Excellent. Release the tension onto the right knee. Release the toes away from, fingers away from the toes. Place your right foot down. Left foot, cross it up and over the right thigh. Left hand, hold the left ankle. Then with those right fingers, start with your index finger first and interlace it between the big toe and second toe. And then continue interlacing all of the other fingers between all of the other toes. Once you have that nice and tight, allow yourself to start to squeeze through that hand and really open up and spread all of those toes and bones of your forefoot. Then, sitting up nice and tall, slide that hand to the outside of the left knee. Take a nice deep inhale there, and as you exhale, relax the left shoulder, push down into the left knee, squeeze through the left toes. All right, deep inhale into your belly here. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in. And exhaling out. You got it. All right, release the tension on that left knee. Interlace or uninterlace those toes. Place your foot back down onto the floor. Allow yourself to bring your hands to the front of your thighs. Take an inhale, shift your body weight up and over your knees and your ankles. So see if you can get yourself in the position that your shoulders, your knees, and your ankles all kind of line up. Take an exhale there. Now brace through the abdomen. Take an inhale and push into your feet and keep pushing into your feet and pushing into your feet. And then squeeze through your glutes until you're in a full standing position. You've got it. Now, just quickly give yourself a 180-degree turn. And let's work on our mountain pose. So our toes are nice and spread. That gives us a better base of support. Look down that your feet are approximately hip distance apart. Line the outside of the feet up with the outside of your mat. You're approximately a foot or so away from your chair. Allow yourself now to take those toes and pick them up. Shift your weight forward and backward and find that beautiful center between the balls of your toes and your heels. And then slowly lower your toes back down to the floor. Go to your knees and tighten your knees super tight, hyperextend them, feel tension in the back of the knees, should feel yucky. And then soften your knees and get that nice, beautiful resting alignment. Hands up to the pelvis. Allow yourself in this position to kind of just gently tuck and tilt your pelvis a couple times. Feel what the range of motion of your pelvis and your low back are today. We've already opened it up a little bit. And then place your pelvis in the neutral position. So hopefully the pelvis is kind of parallel with the floor if you kind of think about it from an upright standpoint. Rest your hands down beside you. Allow yourself, once you've got yourself there, to take your right hand up onto your chest today, left hand onto the belly. Take a deep inhale and lift that rib cage nice and high. Hold your breath, look down at your feet to line up that rib cage. And then as you exhale, relax it down, soften through your belly, feel it nice and soft. Place both of your hands now on your rib cage. Slowly begin to lengthen through your neck. Get that beautiful stretch through the front of the neck. Man, does that do the nervous system so good when you do that. Getting a little bit of elongation through that vagus nerve, tapping into our relaxation response. Gaze yourself straight forward. Then keeping the weight straight down into your feet, pelvis neutral, knees, soft position. Slowly start to lower your hands down and then shrug your shoulders up a little tiny bit to your ears. Rotate your hands backward. Don't let your rib cage change. Settle your shoulder blades down. All right. Soften your hands. You've found yourself in mountain pose, Tadasana. Now check in that the back of your neck is in fact as long as you can get it and your chin is gently settled into your throat. You're gazing somewhere forward in front of you. Keep your gaze nice and steady for me. Take a slow inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out even slower. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out even slower. Wonderful. All right, now from here, allow yourself to inhale, bring your arms upward so that they're at shoulder height. As you exhale, hinge at your knees and hips, drop your hands down onto your chair. Take an inhale, reach yourself forward. So bring the weight of your shoulders up and over your wrists. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows and gently bring your head downward towards a chair. Now, if your head rests on the chair, good. Let your elbows stay soft and pulled inward. Gaze straight back between your knees. Allow yourself in this position just to focus on trying to lift that tailbone a little tiny bit higher. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Wonderful. Now, take an inhale, push yourself back up onto your hands and knees. As you exhale, step your right foot nice and far back. So have good 2-3 feet between those legs if you can. Take a quick look at that right heel and make sure that right heel is turned outward. Now in this position, straighten through that right knee, push back into that right heel. Can you bring yourself up onto your tippy fingers? Make sure your left knee is bent directly over your left ankle. All right, we're going to move just our right arm here. So take an inhale, lift your right arm into the air. Can you line it up perfectly with that right leg? You've got it. Exhale, can you push your heel down a little tiny bit? All right, can we take the left hand up? Inhale, can you line it up with the right leg? Exhale, hold here, push down into that left leg, push back into that right heel. Take one inhale, reach your fingertips forward, and as you exhale, bring those hands back down to the chair. Beautiful job. Now, here's what I want you to do. Take an inhale, straighten your left leg. So as you straighten your left leg, the right leg comes up into the air. As you exhale, lift your right leg up into the air. So can you make yourself into an inverted T? As you find yourself in that position, please use as much weight through your hands as you need to. Check in that your pelvis isn't rotated forward. So drop that right hip pointer so that it's looking straight down towards the floor. Now, in this position, take an inhale, straighten and lengthen even further out through that right leg. Then as you exhale, lower the right foot back down to the floor. All right. Take a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, kick that left leg back nice and far. Now, as you're kicking it back nice and far, check in that right knee, it's still stacked underneath that right foot. Take a quick look back at that left heel and turn that left heel out, straighten through that left leg. All right, you're moving your left hand first. So go ahead and come to your tippy fingers on your chair so you still have balance. Find that beautiful crescent pose position. Take an inhale, lift your left arm up. See if you can line it up with your left leg. Exhale, hold it here. All right, maybe this is where you stay, full balance. Take an inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, hold here. Push down into that right leg. Push back into that left heel. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands back towards the chair. All right, straightening through that right leg. So take an inhale, lift and straighten through that right leg. As you exhale, lift that left leg a little higher. Now, check in with that pelvis. Don't let your pelvis rotate open. Keep the pelvis nice and level to the floor. That's where we get that glute strengthening on that right side. Now, take an inhale, lengthen and lift through that left leg a little bit more. Then as you exhale, lower that left foot down to the floor. You got it. All right, hands stay on the chair here. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, step your right foot back, but only this time step it back half the distance you stepped it back the first time. Turn the heel out. Keep the heel on the floor. So if you've stepped back too far that you cannot keep your heel on the floor here, go ahead and bring your foot in a little tiny bit more. Now, stack that left knee up on top of that left foot. Push down into that right leg, straighten through that right knee. Come back up onto your tippy fingers. Right arm, take an inhale, lift it up a little higher this time because you want to line it up with that right leg. And then as you exhale, hold there. Left arm, inhale, can you lift it up? As you exhale, hold right there. So you got your whole foot in contact with the floor. Now, here's what I want you to do. Try to imagine that you're separating your feet apart from one another. Feel that engagement in your hips when you do that. Take a nice deep inhale in. Then as you exhale, drop your hands back down onto the chair. Take an inhale, step your right foot forward. Exhale, relax here. Left foot. Taking an inhale here. As you exhale, step the left foot back. Half the distance, smaller base of support, but a nice little stretch for that calf at the same time. So look back at the left heel, check in that the whole heel and foot are in contact with the chair, and the heel and the outside of your foot line up together. Straighten through your left knee for me. Right knee, line it up with your right foot. All right, in this position, come up onto your tippy fingers. Start to push down into that right foot so you're really feeling that right glute engagement right now. Left arm is the one you're lifting first. So straighten through that left knee, take an inhale, lift that left arm up as high as you can. Exhale, hold it right there. And then here we go. Inhale, lift that right arm up. Exhale, hold right here. Now, both feet Imagine you're spreading them apart on your yoga mat. You'll feel that engagement through your pelvis. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. All right, nice deep inhale in, and as you exhale, drop your hands down onto the chair. Keep your left foot where it is. Step your right foot back. All right, now slowly begin to push your hips backward. Got a little further distance back with your feet. Go ahead and walk them back. Find yourself in your modification of downward dog. So as you're bringing yourself back, don't lock your knees out. Keep your knees gently soft. Settle your chest downward towards the yoga mat. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze straight down between that space between your chair and your toes. Lift your tailbone up nice and high here. Very good. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Then exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And then exhaling out. Now, as you inhale, start to shift your body weight forward onto your hands. As you exhale, squeeze through your glutes, drop your hips, stack your shoulders perfectly on top of your wrists. Brace yourself here. Take a deep inhale. Pull those abdomens nice and tight. As you exhale, push back into your heels. Relax your shoulders down. One more breath. Deep inhale in. And then as you exhale, step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Bend your knees. Hinge at your hips. Slowly bring yourself all the way back up into the standing position. Perfect. Now, right foot. Take it and step it nice and far away from the left foot. But when you do so, check in that the left foot is still facing towards the chair. Outside of the foot lines up with the outside of the mat. Right foot, line the bottom of the foot up with your mat. Once you have yourself in that position, take your left knee and bend your knee over your left ankle. Now, imagine that left knee is always trying to push backwards. That's what's going to really get you to engage into those rotators of your left hip. Then with your right pelvis, slowly try to push that right pelvis backward. So there's this constant battle, warrior pose, right? It's this constant battle of both sets of hip rotators and gluteal muscles doing two different actions because one hip and knee is bent, one hip and knee is straight. So keep kind of pushing back between both. All right. Take your arms, bring them up to shoulder height. Relax your shoulder blades back and down. Lengthen the back of the neck, settle your chin. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, turn your gaze towards that left third finger. You've got it. Now push out with the left knee, push back with the right pelvis, push down with both feet. Take a deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in and exhaling out. Wonderful. Now, take an inhale, keep the left knee bent. As you exhale, shift yourself to the left, drop your left hand down onto the chair. So the left knee stays bent, the right knee stays straight. Can you line your left hand on your chair up with your left knee? Then, with your right hand in your rib cage, take an inhale, lift it nice and high, and as you exhale, rotate, lengthen your neck, gaze at your right thumb. Push the left knee back, push the right pelvis back, push down into your feet, extended side angle. Hold yourself right here. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Excellent. Now, take an inhale, reach the right hand up into the air. As you exhale, windmill the right hand around. Lift yourself up onto your right toes. Okay. In that position, take an inhale, step your right foot forward. As you exhale, slowly curl yourself all the way back up into Tadasana or mountain pose. Now, you can stay where you are. You're just going to turn yourself and go 180 degrees in the opposite direction. I am just simply moving my chair so that my back is not facing you. But you're facing your chair here. Then allow yourself to open yourself to the left. So as you open yourself to the left, the right foot stays contact or in line with the chair. The left foot line up the outside of the foot with the bottom of your mat. Once you have yourself there, start to bend the right knee over the right ankle. Then start to take that right knee and push it back. As you push it back, you feel those glutes and hip rotators engage. Hold that right knee being pushed back. Now take your focus to your left pelvis and try to rotate your left pelvis back. Beautiful opening through the front of the pelvis, engagement through the back of the pelvis. Both hips, both hip rotators, they're fighting two different things right now. Allow yourself then to inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height. As you exhale, relax your shoulders, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, turn your gaze to that right third finger. Okay, right knee, push it back. Left pelvis, push it back. Feet, push down into your feet and engage. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhaling out. One more breath for me. Push down, push back, push back. Deep inhale in and exhaling out. You have it. Now, take an inhale. As you exhale, just slowly drop the right hand down onto the chair. As you drop the right hand down onto the chair, have it so that it lines up with the right knee and foot. Then in this position, take that inhale, lift that left arm up a little higher. As you exhale, rotate that chest open, lengthen the back of the neck, settle the chin, and gaze all the way up there at that left thumb. Beautiful extended side angle. Take a deep inhale into your belly here. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in and exhaling out. All right, take an inhale, lift those fingertips nice and high. As you exhale, windmill your hand and turn your entire pelvis and leg until your left foot is heel raised on your toes. Now, inhale, step the left foot forward. Exhale, find yourself right there in your forward bend. Take an inhale, lean yourself forward, get your wrists directly underneath your shoulders, and then as you exhale, bend your elbows, slowly drop that crown of the head all the way down to the yoga mat, gazing straight back between the knees. Now tuck those elbows in for me. In this position, begin to lift that tailbone up a little bit more. Keep your knees slightly bent. Feel that opening through your glutes and your hamstrings. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling here. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling here. Wonderful. Now, rest your elbows onto your chair. Slowly drop yourself down onto your knees. Once you get yourself in that position, we're going to do a beautiful stretch for your upper thoracic spine or the upper area of your back. Find yourself in kneeling so that your elbows are in front of your shoulders. And then just drop your hands like you're stacking your forearms like fire logs. Then rest your head on your forearms. Now, in this position, how far have you walked your knees back? You've walked your knees far enough back that your hips and your knees are stacked one on top of the other. So, resting your head down onto those fire log forearms. Allow yourself here to take a nice deep inhale. Then as you exhale, think about that sternum bone in your chest and slowly start to let that sternum bone drop. How far can it drop? Feel that stretch in your armpits. Let your tailbone gently lift up a little bit, but it's all about the upper back here. Take a nice deep inhale into the upper back. Exhaling out. One more nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly bring yourself up out of that extension. Place your hands on the floor just away from the chair. Give yourself a little tiny bit of a crawl backwards. Stack the wrists and elbows under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Check in that you're not so close to your chair that you give yourself a concussion going through cat and cows. Index fingers are forward, thumbs are nice and spread inward. Take an inhale, sink your belly down, lift your tailbone. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lengthen to the front of your body and neck, gazing upward. Exhale, pull that abdomen in, tuck that tailbone under, spread those shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck, chin into your chest. Inhale, sinking everything down, really finding that length through the front of your spine. And then as you exhale, curling everything up and under. And one more time here. Inhaling, sinking, sinking, sinking. And exhaling, curling up, curling up, curling up. Beautiful. Now stay in your curl. Slowly start to sit yourself back into your child's pose. Have your sit bones come back down onto your heel bones. Gently allow your belly to come down onto your thighs, your chest down onto your knees. And then just softly drop your elbows down until your crown of the head rests on the floor and you're gazing straight back between your toes. Now take a deep inhale into your belly here. Then exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Gently push yourself up into a seated position. Now, allow yourself to turn around. Remember that all four legs of that chair are still on your yoga mat. So what I want you to do is I want you to place your bottom fairly close to the chair so that when you lay down on your side and you roll over on your back, your ankles at a minimum are on the chair. Your calves can even be on the chair if you like. And then get yourself in a nice, good, comfortable position there. Once you've found your nice, comfortable position there, make sure that your pelvis feels like it's in a nice, neutral position. Have those shoulder blades rolled underneath you. Keep the left foot onto the chair. Take your right knee and gently bring your knee to your chest. And deep inhale into your belly. And then as you exhale, pull that knee nice and tight into your chest there. Lengthen the back of the neck, settle the chin, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. But let's take two nice, slow, deep inhales and exhales here. So deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in. And exhaling out. And gently place the right foot back down onto the chair. Take that left knee up into your chest, hands around the shin bone, relaxing everything, making sure your neck is long, chin is settled into your throat. Maybe closing your eyes if you like. Just take a deep inhale here. And then exhaling out. Nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Place the left leg back on the chair. Now, take your feet and bring your heels a little bit closer to the edge of the chair. Best case scenario here, you're looking that your knees and your hips are stacked, one on top of the other. That's what we're going for here. So if you've got yourself in that position, you're good to go. You're going to be using your heels to kind of dig into the chair to fire up those hamstrings. And then we're going to be using those glutes along with those hamstrings to give ourselves an assisted bridge pose here. So hands, you got a couple of options. You can just rest your hands onto your thighs, rest your hands out to the side of your body, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, brace through your abdominals. So firm those abdominals so that you know you've got a nice stable spine. Take an inhale, lift your knees upward towards the ceiling. As you exhale, squeeze through your glutes. Take a nice deep inhale here. Then as you exhale, lower the pelvis back down towards the floor. All right, one more time, let's do that. Brace through the abdominals first. Always start with a core first strategy. Now that you've got your abdominals braced, take an inhale. Pull those knees all the way to the ceiling. As you exhale, squeeze those glutes and lift that pelvis a little bit higher. Take an inhale, hold it here. Then as you exhale, lower, lower, lower on down. All right, left leg, slide it back on the chair. Right leg, bring it to your chest. Hold the underside of the thigh. Let's give a little bit of length to those hamstrings, especially for you at home that maybe your hamstring cramped doing that. That just tells you you're hamstring dominant and your glutes are weak. Let's give it a try here. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, right toes, point them towards the head. Take an inhale, straighten through that right knee. As you exhale, relax. 2 more times. Inhaling, straightening. Exhaling, relaxing. Inhaling, straightening. And exhaling and relaxing. Beautiful. Place the right foot and calf onto the chair. Take that left knee, bring it to your chest, but hold the underside of your thigh. Lengthen the back of your neck, settle your chin, left toes up. Take an inhale, straighten through the left knee. Exhale and relax. Inhaling, straightening through that leg. Exhaling and relaxing one more time for me. Inhaling and straightening. And exhaling and relaxing. Beautiful. Now place the left foot and calf fully on the thigh. Okay, so we're going to play with figure 4 pose here today. So really a great pose to open up through your hips, but this is an excellent position to advance that stretch for those of you that have tight hips and want to have a way that you can kind of work towards more gain in your flexibility. So keep your left leg where it is, calf and ankle on your chair. Take your right foot and place it across your left knee. Take your right hand and gently place it into your right thigh near your knee. Now check in for a second that as you crossed your leg, your entire pelvis did not roll to the right. So make sure that that left pelvis is intact with the chair, with the yoga mat, sorry. And then straighten your right elbow and block your right knee in that position. All right, are you ready? Left leg. As you inhale, start to slide the heel to the corner of the chair. Can you get your foot to the very edge of the chair? Can you feel that opening into your right hip? Hold yourself right here. Check in that the pelvis is in contact with the yoga mat. Take a deep inhale with your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Wonderful. Place the heel back on the cushion of the chair. Slide that foot all the way back. All right, uncross the right leg. Place the right leg on the chair. Take the left ankle up and over the right knee now. Take the left hand to the thigh near the knee and give yourself a position where you can push the knee away from you. Now, please check in that the pelvis, the right side of your pelvis, stays in contact with the yoga mat. You don't allow yourself to rotate out of your hip and into your back. All right, here we go. Lengthen the back of the neck, settle your chin. Keep that left elbow straight. Keep that external rotation on that left side. Right side now, take that inhale, slide that heel all the way to the edge of that chair. You've got it. Exhale there. Let's do 2 nice, slow, deep inhales and exhales here. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. One more time for me. Inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Slide that right heel and calf back onto the chair. Slowly allow yourself to rest the left leg back onto the chair. All right, so we're going to do the same kind of idea, but we're going to get a little deeper into our hip rotators, not so much into your hip joint. So take your feet and bring your feet and your knees together on your chair. Then take your right leg and cross it all the way over your left leg. Kind of a variation, if you want, of eagle pose, if you wanted to think of it that way. Once your legs are perfectly crossed, allow yourself to take an inhale and slide the left heel right to the very edge of that chair. All right, now in this position, you can hold your hands onto that right knee if you want to, but here's what I want you to do. Take your left hand and see if you can grab that left ankle. Once you have it, take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, can you pull, sorry, that's a right ankle, guys. Pull your right ankle up towards your left shoulder. Can you feel that in your right hip? I hope you can. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling here. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling here. Release the right ankle. Go back into your eagle pose. Place your right foot back or left foot back onto the chair. Slide the left leg back onto the chair. Uncross the legs. Get yourself in a nice comfortable position. Let's repeat it on the other side. So left leg, cross it all the way up and over the right leg. There's your modification of eagle pose. Then take an inhale, slide the right heel right to the edge of the chair. And then as you exhale, you stay there in your eagle pose. All right, hands can come up onto the left knee, but let's go ahead and make it a little harder and find our piriformis muscle. So keep the left knee right where it is in the center of your body. Reach down and grab for that left ankle. I said it right that time. Once you grab that left ankle, take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, pull that left ankle toward your right shoulder. Feel that in your left hip. All right, deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Wonderful. Release the ankle. Allow the leg to unrotate into eagle legs. Place the right heel back onto the chair. Slide the leg back onto the chair. All right, both legs now onto your chair. Let's allow ourselves in this position to kind of gently take your feet off of the chair, but we're coming back to it. So if you've got any sort of stiffness in your knees and you need to move a little bit away from your chair here, feel free to do that. But we're just going to do a little bit of a spinal twist here. So just have it that the chair is right next to you, but you've moved a little bit away from the chair. Then once you've got yourself there, allow yourself, allow yourself to take your left leg and cross it up and over your right knee. So opposite of what we just started with our legs on the chair. So left leg is crossed over the right knee. Take your arms out away from you. Two options. You can do T arms or you can do goalpost arms. Walk your feet to the right edge where you feel the right leg of the chair. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, just gently let the left knee pull the right knee downwards. So nice, beautiful stretch through the outside of that right hip into the spine. Keep the eagle arm or the goalpost arms or the T arms, whichever you've chosen at home. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and just slowly let your head rotate towards the right. Take a nice deep inhale into that right hip and back. Exhaling out. Slow inhale into the belly and exhaling out. And gently unrotate the head back to the center. Start at the right rib cage here and pull it down, followed by the low back and pelvis until those knees come all the way upright. Walk the right foot back to the center of your yoga mat and then uncross your legs. Now, the right leg, cross it up and over the left leg. Once you have yourself there, walk your feet over to the left side. Careful, there's a left leg of a chair somewhere there, right? Then allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, let the right leg pull the left leg down towards the right. Feel that beautiful stretch all the way up the left side of your body. Allow yourself to lengthen the back of the neck, settle the chin, and turn your gaze towards the left. Take a deep inhale into your left hip and your low back. And exhaling out. One more breath there. Nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Slowly unrotate your head. And slowly starting at the left rib cage, start to unrotate rib cage, low back, pelvis until the knees are upright, and then walk your foot back to the center. Now, once you've got your foot back to the center, allow yourself to place the right leg back onto the chair, the left leg back onto the chair. With both legs back onto the chair, take your hands and your arms and start to rest them down and beside you. Now, get those shoulder blades underneath you. We didn't do
too much to open up through our chest. So allow yourself to find this position to really open up through your chest. So roll the shoulder blades back behind you. Feel the shoulders in contact with the mat. Gently rest your arms down and away from you. Palms are lifted. Lengthen the back of the neck. Settle the chin. Place the tongue to the roof of your mouth and then gently close your eyes. So this is a variation of waterfall pose here. So let's take it to the best advantage that we have for a second. We're just going to do a little bit of movement and motion before we get that final stillness of the lower half of our body. So in this position with your right leg, just take an inhale and slowly straighten your right knee so that the ankle is upward into the air. And as you exhale, hold it up there. Then just do some nice, beautiful circles with your ankles. Feel that you're going clockwise or counterclockwise. Do 2 or 3 times. And then reverse the order. Then gently bend your knee, rest your calf and ankle back onto your chair. And go to your left leg and straighten the knee and gently inhale. And then as you exhale, find yourself in that position where the heel and the ankle are elevated, and then start to do some nice, beautiful circles of the left ankle. Clockwise, counterclockwise, you pick what you want to do first, and then reverse the order of the movement of that ankle. Then gently allow the left knee to bend and soften as the left leg, calf, and ankle come back down onto the chair. Now rest your body nice and still. I want you to feel where your heels are in contact with the chair. And just see if there's any micro adjustments right now that you can make through your pelvis. Yes, pelvis. Feel as you rotate your pelvis a little bit to the left or right that you change the weight bearing of the legs onto the chair. And see if you can get those heels to feel like they weigh the same onto the chair. Calves weigh the same onto the chair. And then let yourself go. Now just imagine a waterfall. As the water is falling downwards freely from the top of the waterfall down to that beautiful river or pond underneath it. Your trunk is that beautiful river and pond. And the tips of your toes down your feet, down your ankles, down your calves, down your knees, down your thighs, all the way to your hips is that perfectly beautiful waterfall falling downward. Take a slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. And one more time, slow, deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Now very slowly start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And do some circles with your ankles and your wrists. When you feel like you're ready, allow yourself to slide the heels to the corner of the chair and then slowly lower your feet down onto your yoga mat. Gently let yourself roll to your left or your right side, resting on the side for a breath or 2 or 3. As you're resting on your side, just let yourself be in this different position. And when you feel like you're ready, using your bottom elbow and your top hand, on an exhalation, pushing yourself up into a seated position. Gently crossing your legs, finding yourself in easy pose. Placing your hands to the center of your heart. Smile on your face. Nice deep inhale in.
and exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining me today.